Hello everybody, welcome back to Pasadena MMA. Today we're going over my UFC 313 predictions, Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Overall, this is a great card. I think this is a really, it's not absolutely stellar, but it's refreshing after UFC 312, which was, absolutely not stellar. This has, decent fights from prelims to the main card. So let's get straight into it. First up, we've got the main event, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. This is easily Pereira's most competitive fight in the light heavyweight division. This is a fight we all want. Very, very excited that it's actually happening. Pereira is going to piece up Big Ank's legs bad. And we all know that coming into it, especially after the Yarn fight with Ankalaev. His legs, he just doesn't really defend leg kicks, and Pereira has the best leg kicks just ever of all time, really. And so they're going to be vital in this fight. Very, very important. But Magomed Ankalaev's striking cannot be overlooked. Alex Pereira can sometimes be defensively irresponsible, especially when he is attacking. Look at the Israel Adesanya fight. He got knocked out for it and stuff like that. There's many other examples. He is a brilliant kickboxer, but when he's on the offense, sometimes it does not serve him well because he's a little irresponsible there. And Ankalaev is a good striker. He's primarily a striker, and he's got very, very powerful hands, and one shot could put down Alex for good. Ankalaev is definitely going to take down Pereira. Obviously, he's not going to stand and just strike with him the whole fight. That would be very silly of him. This fight is definitely going to test both guys' cardio, especially Alex Pereira. Magomed Ankalaev has shown that he can go 5 rounds. Not like Merab style, but he can definitely go 5 rounds. And Alex has shown to get a little tired in the later rounds. This is basing off his middleweight fight with Izzy, the first fight. Because in the Khalil Roundtree fight, he did not gas out. That was actually, he got better throughout the rounds. So that's a weird one, but yeah, as I said before, Alex's kicks are going to be very important, and his takedown defense needs to be on point. I think Ankalaev is going to land some hard shots on Alex, definitely, throughout the fight, especially as he started to mix up the takedowns, and his combinations are just going to start to flow better. I think Alex is going to hurt Ankalaev at some point. Ankalaev's definitely going to be beat up everywhere by the end of the fight. His legs, body, everywhere, regardless of if he wins or not. I think if Alex can stuff multiple takedowns and his momentum really starts to flow, it's going to be a long night for Ankalaev, because if he really gets that flow, he's defending the takedowns. I think it's going to look similar to the Khalil Roundtree fight. But after all that, I am going to go very slightly with Ankalaev in a close decision. I think he's going to go 1-1 with Pereira in the first 2 rounds. Maybe he wins the first or loses the first due to maybe just slow around, calf kicks kind of taking it for Pereira. He takes a second. And I think Pereira's going to pick up. I think he's going to find a flow maybe in the 3rd round. And then Ankalaev is going to really start to drill in the wrestling and take the 4th and 5th rounds on a more tired Pereira and get a close decision. This is a very close fight, but I am leaning slightly to Ankalaev. But I might lean a bit towards Pereira on the night. So let's go straight to the co-main event. Gaethje versus Fiziev 2. Let's go over, the important things here. There's a short notice for Rafael Fiziev. There's actually 3 rounds, not 5 rounds anymore. Gaethje's coming off a bad knockout loss. He's coming off a bit of a layoff. And then Fiziev is coming off almost a 2-year layoff. So both these guys are in a weird spot here, but I think Gaethje still has the advantage. I think it's going to be another great fight, really back and forth. I think it's going to be similar to the first fight. Both of these guys having their moments, hurting each other, being real quick. They're going to look good, but I think Gaethje is going to get the better of him. I think he's going to look just fresher, and I think he's going to just piece him apart a bit more dominantly than the first fight. And potentially even finishing him with a nasty combination. But I will go Gaethje decision for this one. Let's go to the featured fight. Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I'm actually really excited for this fight. This is a great Great fight. I just can't see this being a boring fight. Both guys are long and tall. Both are like lanky, lanky power strikers, and they're both great knockout artists. This fight is going to be a war regardless, but I think Turner just has more experience at the higher level, and I think it's going to really, really serve him well here. Turner's great in a war. He's shown that time and time again. This fight will definitely be one of those. But Hernandez, he's not untested. He's gone through some grueling fights, but I think Turner really has the advantage here. It's only a matter of time in this fight before one of these guys gets clipped really bad. And that might be back and forth. I think they'll both clip each other, but I think Turner is going to be the one to badly hurt Hernandez and potentially finish him or get a decision win based on the damage. So I'm going to go Jalen Turner in this one. We go to Amanda Lemos versus Aisman Lucindo, I think. I'm going to be honest, I don't know who Lucindo is. I've watched her Sphere fight. No, it wasn't Sphere. It was against Marina Rodriguez. But yeah, I could barely sit through it. But yeah, I don't really know, so I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pick Amanda Lemos here based on the experience and her power. I don't like the way Lucindo, she seems a bit sloppy entering for her takedowns and just for her strikes, at least in the Marina Rodriguez fight. And I think just Lemos, how good she is in the clinch with her power strikes. And she's only one of the only women in the strawweight division who can really just knock someone out with a few punches. So I'm going to go Lemos by a TKO. Potentially in the first round, maybe the second. So I'll go at Lemos in this one. Let's go to the fight that opens up the main card. We got Bobby Green versus Mauricio Ruffi. This is a really cool fight and a great step up for Ruffi. I'm really excited for this fight. The experience of Bobby Green may potentially show off in this fight, especially if it gets to the third round. Kind of like how it was against Rafael Fiziev. He kind of not picked apart, but he looked much better against Fiziev in the third round than he did the rest of the fight. And Mauricio Ruffi, he is relatively untested. Bobby Green is his toughest fight yet, but it's not like a ginormous step up. I think Ruffi's going to put on a good boxing performance. It'll be competitive because they're both great boxers, but I think Ruffi is going to start getting the better of Green, start flowing a bit more. And I think my prediction, I think Ruffi's going to get a clean knockout over Bobby Green in the second round. They're going to trade. The flow is going to go to Ruffi a bit more. And then in the second round, Ruffi's going to catch Green with something big and put him out. I think Green's damage is going to catch up to him a bit in this fight. He's very durable, like even after the Jalen Turner fight. He's very durable still, but I think he's going to get caught bad in this fight and put out. Ruffi is just too dangerous, so I'm going to Mauricio Ruffi by knockout. Let's go to the prelims. We got Curtis Blades, my man, versus Rizvan Kuniev, who, to be honest, nobody knows who this guy is. And why is he getting this fight? We don't know. I'm not spouting any hot takes here. I'm going to pick Curtis Blades. I'm a little curious. It's interesting putting top-ranked fighters against guys who's never fought in the UFC. It's just you don't really see it. So, hey, it'll be fun, I guess. But this fight is either going to be Kuniev just does something crazy and is really durable and slick, and it's like, what the fuck? That's not going to happen. What is going to happen is Blades is going to TKO him in the first round. That is my prediction. I think he's going to put him away with some slick hands. So I got Curtis Blades first round TKO. Let's go for the last one of today on my predictions. I got Joshua Van versus Ray Tsuria. Hope I pronounced that right. I like this fight. For some reason, I feel like this is a short notice for Tsuria, but I could be wrong. So I don't know. It's just a hunch for some reason. I could check, but I'm not gonna. I'm excited for the fight. I think Tsuria is gonna have his moments with his takedowns. He's gonna get some control time on Van. But I think Van's going to start to piece him up. He's just going to be the better striker. He's going to land some hard shots and have the fight just kind of flow in his momentum and do enough to win on the scorecards. I don't think he's going to win by finish. I think the fight's going to be a little dicey because of the control time and the grappling from Surya. But I got Van by decision he's gonna just, as the fight goes on, just have his moments and win the fight based off some good damage. So I got Van by decision. And that is all for today from me. Thank you guys very much for watching. Just a quick prediction video for 313. Hope you guys enjoy the fights, and I'll see you guys very soon. See ya.